Let's open Microsoft Expression Web. And we will create a new page, general HTML page, and save it. We call it table.html. Now we insert a table. Now we insert a table from this toolbar. Let's take a table of 9 cells. Now we have this table. Here, let's give it a text. Right. Now, how can we add a cell to this table? If we go here, let's say we want to add another cell here. We place our cursor inside the table cell, and inside this table menu, go to insert, and then we can specify where do we want this table, where do we want the new cell in this table. For example, in this case, let's click on cell to the right. Now you see a new cell appeared here. Let's call it 4th column. Right? Now, if we want to add a new row after the last row here, again, we select a cell inside the last row, table, insert a row below or above. In this case, we will create a row below. Now we have a similar kind of a row after the last row. We call it GHI. Then how can we add a new column to a table? Let's select this column, or specifically this. Let's select the first cell of this column. We can select any cell in the column, but anyway, in this case, I'll select the first and go to tables, insert, rows or columns. Then we can specify, okay, number of columns. I want 2 columns after this column. Then I want it right of the selection. Click OK. Now you see there are 2 new columns appeared after this column. Now this become 4th, this become 5th, and this become the 6th column. If you want to split a cell into half, we can do it by clicking on the cell and right click and click split cells. If you want to split a cell, for example, this cell, we can do it by right clicking and modify split cells. Then we can specify whether we want to split into columns or number of rows. in this case, we will split it into 2 rows. We can add more rows here, but in this case, we will split it in 2. Now, if you can see, now there are 2 cells here. The D and the F cells were expanded to accommodate the space of 2 cells. So these are the this is the newly created cell. We will name it as E2. So let's see how we can merge different cells. Now let's see how we can merge cells together. To do that, we have to first select the cells and then right click, modify and merge. Now you see this GHI both are now in the same cell and other cells are not merged. They were intact. So this is how we can manipulate the tables in HTML.